podcast number 8.
Numero ocho.
Wow. For our Spanish-speaking listeners.
It's the one word you get. I'm sorry.
All righty. Because if you need some help with that, he tocado español para 3 años en escuela secundario.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
Yeah, gracias.
De nada.
That's all I know, though, pretty much. Okay, all right. Yeah. Sorry. It's two Michelles.
One question podcast. Today we had to pinch hit a little bit, and I wanted to know what makes a good friend, because I was thinking about you, because I feel like you and I formed a fast friendship.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about friendship in general, because it's talked about a lot. I feel like, they say adults don't have friends a lot of times. It's hard to make friends.
Right.
This, that, and the other thing. And I feel very lucky that in this community, I have made a lot of friends.
I'm just going to say this, and this sounds like you guys love each other, but I'm going to say this. Wherever I go and I say that I know you, everybody goes, oh my God, I love her. Oh my God, I love it. Like you have, and I've thought of that. You have been here. I'm throwing stuff around. You have been here for how many years?
3.
For 3 years, and know the entire town. You have a lot of friends, a lot of people, and they're like close friends, like friends who would come and help you.
Wow. I feel very grateful. And but I've found a lot of, you and I met and it was like, hi, we're friends. Like it was nothing.
Right.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But you also have to do things to sustain those relationships,
Yeah.
And it takes work. And I don't know.
No, I'm laughing because there was one text. She goes, are you ghosting me? And I'm like, oh my God.
Are you ghosting me? I'm like, hi, hello.
My text etiquette is that I'm an old person.
Yeah.
Well, I do try to call you then too. If I haven't heard from you, I'm like, I try to get you the old fashioned.
Yeah.
way.
Hello. Oh, great. Hello. On my landline. She'll call my landline.
Wait, you have her landline?
No, I do.
Oh. No, I was asking.
I've picked up her landline, but I've never called her on the. I don't know the landline.
I thought you meant she has your landline saved as like another contact for you.
Well, I'm going to actually do that today after this.
It says on my TV who's calling. I sound like my parents. Oh my God. Anyway, the question is, what makes a good friend? It does.
Who calls you on your landline?
People do. Like
Telemarketers.
I was gonna say,
my dad.
Okay, your dad.
My dad will call me from landline to landline. My friend Jennifer, by the way, what makes a good friend? She still has her landline, and sometimes on Sunday mornings we'll talk landline to landline. I'm telling you, man, you can hear everything. There's no interruption. That makes a good friend, having a landline.
But you're kind of stuck as far as the cord will go.
Right.
You're not even a landline. It's not even a cordless phone.
It's got
a cord on it.
Not even speaker. I'm setting you down and going pee and coming back.
My grandma at least has a cordless landline.
And it's green. It's from like 1972, that phone that I have in my kitchen at this point. And it does. She thought it was decorative and she picked it up and she went, what? It's got a dial tone.
Oh.
Yeah.
They can give that to you for free anymore, right?
Yeah.
They just throw it in the bundle.
They're like, you want a landline? Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be, now you guys guffaw, but I'll tell you, it used to be 911 couldn't find your cell phone. They could only find you by landline. Now, of course they can, but just 5 years ago, they couldn't. In case I fell down again or something. I don't know. I should
get you life alert.
I know, no kidding. Oh,
Life alert for sure.
I'll tell you what, though, my dad answers his landline and it's every scam known to man. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes somebody a good friend? Because I bet you have some good friends.
Well, there are obviously a lot of things. Loyalty, right? You're going to show up for me and, likewise the same, right? Obviously you have to kind of think on the same wavelength. We're a little zany. Travis. Yeah. Honesty. I don't want my friends to BS me. I don't want, don't bullshit me.
It's too much work. Why are you working so hard for me?
Right?
Why are you working so hard to make up a lie for me? You don't need to do that.
Thank you. Please just be you, because I ain't got no time for any of that fake stuff.
That's probably the worst thing. One of my best friends told, it was kind of a white lie. It was an unnecessary lie. And I knew it was a lie. And then I did know it was a lie. And I wasn't upset that she lied. I was upset that she felt like she had to lie.
Right.
Like, just say, I don't want to talk to you now. I'm fine.
Right.
Peace. But to go, well, I have XYZ and I'm at XYZ, that was like way too much work for me, for her to have to do to me. I felt really, that's why I felt bad as well.
Right, that you feel like you can't be honest with me.
Ooh, do I judge you like that? Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, so that's a good one.
Yeah. Don't be talking smack about me behind my back.
Yeah.
What about you?
What makes a good friend? Here's my number one thing that I think makes a good friend. If you haven't talked in years and you talk and you pick it right back up. I have a friend who I grew up with, Jamie, and we have not. In fact, I saw her sister at the gym. Did I tell you I went to the gym? I'm going to the gym. The gym. I was at the gym. I lifted weights at the gym. I've been at.
You're swole.
Anyway,
girl.
I saw her sister there, and I'm like, oh, "How is Jamie?" And she goes, "Oh, great." And I said, "I feel like we just spoke last week, Jamie and I. It's probably been 2 years since we've spoken. She lives in this town. She was my friend growing up. In fact, when my parents moved out to Fruitport they moved 30 minutes away from Grand Rapids and I had to finish 8th grade. I moved in with them to finish 8th grade. So they have 10 kids. She's youngest of 10 and her parents never knew where we were. It was fantastic.
Jesus.
Anyway, and so I know when I call her, we have our own language.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, really, we have our own language.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Like let me do it for you. We talk like yes all the time. And I'll say hello. And I call her Marie because it's Jamie Marie. And I'll go hello, Marie. And she'll go hello, Helene. And we talk like this every time we talk because that's just, I know it sounds, but we jump right in. I know that's our thing. And so we will, she'll answer, she'll go hello. And I'll go Marie. And she'll go Helene. That's after 2 or 3 years. And we have, yes. So but that's a really good friend.
It is.
That's somebody who, that you can count on, or somebody that you can, no matter what, you just pick right up where you left off. That's how I feel. Low maintenance, high maintenance, whatever.
Exactly. You take them as they are. And that's the other thing too, as a friend, like, I'm going to accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly. I don't care. I'm here for you. If you're, if we have that going on,
Have you ever had, and Trev, you're younger and a guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a friend that you thought was a good friend and then turned out not? Like, that's like the worst. Like, you think you guys are closer than you are. Like, I always think, oh, he's my best friend. And then, oh, they didn't like me. What?
Well, I've recently put a friend kind of like at arm's length just because of how our relationship has gone over the past, I would say, year or so now. I think a good quality in a friend is availability, or at least their ability to communicate when they're not available. And he's been really busy with work. He's in the midst of like building a house and stuff right now.
Yeah.
But he's kind of just blown off a lot of people in the process and not really like said, "Hey guys, life is happening right now. Like, I can't really do a whole lot. I can't even make a little bit of time to like just come spend time with you right now because that's how busy I am." At least communicate
but
that. That's the big thing.
You're settled now. You're married. You have your house now. Now you're coasting. Now you have time though for friends.
Sure, but I've always been able to make time for my friends when not to like take me off the cross kind of thing. But
do you have pliers down there so you can get them down off the cross?
I've always like if my friends need me, I'm there. That's the big thing. If you call me in a pinch, I'll be there. Yeah. Always.
Well, and I was listening to a podcast about this too, and this is also probably what had me thinking about it. There are 3 reasons, friendships exist. One is location. One is like circumstance in life. And that plays into it. It's like, it's so easy to have friends when you're kids because you all have all this time. You're all doing the same things. You're all around each other all the time. So it's more natural and things. But then you get older, stuff happens and you go into different directions. And it's like, it takes more work.
Mm-hmm.
Not around. And then, right, these people aren't doing the things that you're doing anymore. And there's not anything wrong with that.
Ebb and flow. Yeah.
It's just, and that happens, right? It's just, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime,
that's
as lame as that is, but
no, you're right. You're right. She needs to go up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
she needs to go up
the microphone.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I do have a friend though. This is one thing that is hard for me because I'm not a scorekeeper. I have a friend who's a scorekeeper. Do you know what I'm talking about? The scorekeeper.
You did. I did this for you. You need to do this for me.
My wife's a scorekeeper.
Yeah. I have a friend who's a scorekeeper in that, or if I'm doing something with someone else, she'll go, why aren't you, I see you have time for them. You don't have time for me. And I love her, but we're in different, I know she's just there, but I can't.
And then you don't want to feel that way. Like, you don't want a person to make you feel that way. And that they're going to, like, we all have our choices in our lives and other things. And you don't always know what the other person's going through too, unless they communicate that to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's also important too. Like, your friend, he maybe have a lot going on, and give him grace, but at the same time, let your friends know, hey, this has happened. Just, ask for it.
Right.
Instead of because I know being at your wedding, you have some close friends still. Your guy group is close, and you have girl group friends too. You guys have a big group from, I don't know if it was from college /
high school. Yeah.
But you, instead of saying, where I need you, maybe, hey, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with him? Because he might have, there might be a girl involved. There might be, there's always.
Well, there's a new relationship for sure, but I wouldn't put it specifically on that. And it's not just me that he's kind of put on the back. It's a lot of people he's put on the back burner. Okay. And it's just kind of pushed away.
He never liked you.
Yeah, right.
He never really liked you. And no.
I think the reason I feel this strongly about it too, he was the best man in my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
You miss him.
You were there on my special day. Like, I tried to remain friends with those same people.
He'll come back though.
I know.
He's building a house. He's got some stuff.
We've gone through worse. So I mean, that's for a different day. Yeah, that's for a different therapy
Tell me
session.
a female was involved.
Right.
Just tell me a female was involved.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. High school.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, enough.
Okay, you made a good point, Michelle, earlier when you said about some friends you're so great with for a while, and then you kind of, and I sometimes feel bad about that. Like, but that's okay too. It doesn't mean you're not friends. It just means you're not hanging out right now.
Exactly. And one other thing I'm really trying to embrace in my life is that, when you think about someone, just reach out, send them a text, be like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Because, part of this podcast I was listening to said, we have these friends that we had that were so close so long ago, and whatever it is separated us. But if you dropped them a line, they would be happy to hear from you. And it would be, the friend you hadn't talked to. And it's like, oh my gosh, like,
I like that.
It's making me emo.
I know.
I like that.
But right. Drop them a line, check in. How are you doing? Thinking about you. That's it.
I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan.
Whenever you hesitate, like when somebody loses a loved one or any of that, you're a friend. Whenever you hesitate and think, should I? Yes, you should. That's my theory is always, I'll always call. You're going to call them if their mom died? Yes. Always, what do you need? Or can I do XYZ? That's something that you learn as you get older. You just reach out. She doesn't want us to, I don't care. Yes, she did. And that's how I would like to reach out to her. And she doesn't know what she needs at this point in time.
And, or they're not in the position to ask. And, that is part of you as being a friend is showing up. Maybe you don't think that's the right thing, but, in the back of your head, you're like, oh, well, yeah. I'm thinking and I care. Back
to the tit for tat and the scorekeeping. I don't do, I know that the people that I would do something for would do the same for me. I just know that, but I don't expect that. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't, but I just know because those are the kind of people that I dig are the ones that you do the same for me. Really, you need money. You do the same for me if you had extra or whatever it is.
Right.
And no, either of you, I don't have extra, but other than that.
That's why I came today. I was looking for some money.
I know.
Yeah, you're not buying lunch today?
Trav bought bagels earlier. He's the one.
Yeah.
Bagels.
You missed the bagels. I'm sorry. I guess we could have got her one.
What?
I didn't even think about that. I'm so sorry.
Travis, it's okay.
Hey, I'm thinking of you.
Hey,
not a good friend. What makes a good friend? Bagels. Food. That's funny that you say that. My mother, that's her. I hate to use the term love language. Yeah. But that is, my mom will bring a casserole. I mean, it will bring something everywhere. She's Italian and it was always lasagna. Ooh. And she'll bring it no matter what.
So she's an acts of service
My mother
Lover.
is custodial lover. Yep,
Yes.
that's how I say
Yeah.
custodial. She's not an I love you person. She's not but her friends, it's the cutest. They had, when you said what makes a good friend, now this is going to make me emotional.
Yeah.
They played bridge for 60 years. They're called the Queen of Hearts Bridge. They were a neighborhood bridge group. They stayed together. There are only two and a half, three. Jan was a sub. Jan Redmond's a sub. But Jan's still alive, but there's only 3 alive. One of them just passed away. They're dropping. I mean, my mom is 88. So her and Joan, and they still, every time Joan has a birthday, my mom will get her something with a heart on it for Queen of Hearts or a crown. And to hear those two talk to each other, my mom had a brain injury, but Joan takes time to understand her anyway. My mom will say the wrong word, like, hi, how's your car? And Joan will go, my son's doing fine, It's the sweetest thing. And you realize a lot about friendship when you watch, growing up, she was just your mom and these dumb ladies came to the house and they ate candy and none of them really played cards and they gossiped and you're like, you had to be seen and not heard. But they were lifetime friends. They were all young moms in a neighborhood and they all met at a time in their life when they were raising 6 and 5 and 10 kids.
Wow.
And they all played bridge. And
I love that.
that's a good
deep.
friend. I know.
Right?
Joan just turned 90. That was that party. That was at Shishka.
It's Kosciuszko Hall.
Kosciuszko Hall. My mom was right
I
there.
saw you guys dancing. You so beautiful.
Front and center at that party. My mom was there. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a hard friendship. Those don't happen very much anymore. I feel like we've kind of
No.
grown out of that generation of the women getting together every week to play bridge because, sadly,
Yeah.
and we exist on different planes, right? It's
Yeah.
social media and all these other, everyone's got 5 million places to go. And
Right. I will say this. It doesn't make you a good friend if you're my Facebook friend. I'm happy you're there, but it doesn't mean we're good pals necessarily.
there's a lot of Facebook friends I have that I don't even know who they are.
Right.
So
And I'll say this about my generation. I think millennials and Gen Z, I think they have a lot of good qualities. I think a lot of them are hard workers. I think there are a lot of obstacles that really not necessarily, we have control over are in our way still that we have to overcome. But one thing I will say that I notice about a lot of people my age and younger than me, they're quick to cut people off. And I don't think that's a good quality to have. I don't, because I notice, especially a lot of females my age.
Yeah.
Everybody's their best friend. And it's always changing.
Well,
It's always
You
changing.
brought up, I think that's social.
that is interesting.
I think
Yeah.
that's a lot to do with social media too, because you have to be on there and you have to look like your life is great there. But our parents' generation were very judgy. It didn't really cut people off. But my mom's Catholic, Italian Catholic. She was very judgy growing up. But I feel like that's coming back, a little bit of judgment. And
Yeah.
that's
And it's the time we're living into.
It
So
is.
divisive. Everybody's one side or the other. And that is interesting too about putting that facade on with social media and if that plays into real life too. And also it comes with age too. You're more comfortable in yourself that you don't feel like you have to be someone who you're not.
right.
And you're like, guess what? You don't like me? F off.
Right.
Bye.
Sorry.
Take
don't
it.
care.
Right here.
I got
Peace
some
out.
other people over here who do. And
Right.
Right.
I need them. I don't need you.
Well, and you brought up that it's so divisive. I think I'm really good at either compartmentalizing or categorizing. I have one of my dearest friends in the world. I love her. Two of them are completely opposite politically. I mean, completely opposite. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just how they vote. I don't care. They have other great attributes. We don't get into it.
Exactly.
I don't even, won't do it. It's too, life's too short. This is not worth it.
Yeah. They're your friend. They're not your spouse. You can have off limits with certain things in conversations. That's
boundaries.
fine. Yeah.
My dad is votes conservative all the time, and my mom didn't want to vote for Trump this year, which is weird. My mom's never voted not conservative, and so I said, "Dad, you're going to put Trump down anyway?" And he goes, "No, I know. I thought he would because my mom had her brain injured for her." And he goes, "Nope." He goes, "Nope." I go, "What?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "Michelle, no matter who you vote for, the next day still comes." And I thought, okay,
Wow.
Bill. All right, you 91-year-old bastard. You got something to say for a minute. He's right, though. He goes,
Shout
I
that
have
from the
friends.
rooftops.
That is the truth. The next day still comes.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord willing, the creek don't rise, but it does come.
The other thing with friendships too, we all gossip. We all talk smack about each other in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
But how real is it I think that's the big factor in friendships too, because like, well, me and Abby will sit and talk about our friends, like not in like a really negative way, but like we'll talk about things that are going on. But at the end of the day, you still love them.
Oh yeah.
You'll still do anything for them. So I don't know how that plays that big of a factor.
That's another age thing. That's why I can't get my feelings hurt really very easily at all. You could turn around, you could hang out with me for the day and turn around and go, that Michelle is an SOB to someone else. But I know that you love me and I know you're just putting on for them. Like I know that's a you thing, not a me thing. So it doesn't hurt me. It's weird. I do not get, if you talk smack about me, that's okay. That's your thing. I still had fun with you that day.
People my age care way.
I know
too much
that's
about
the thing. Cause that's
right? Yeah. And it's an age thing too. Thick, and also kind of with business we work in, you just develop a thick skin after a while. It's like,
oh my God,
you've heard it all.
Right.
And it's
all, especially you on television, you get all, like you said, you don't know your Facebook friends. I can only imagine. Okay.
We're done.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Time is up. Thanks, you guys. This is what makes a good friend.
Do a part 2 on this.
We should. We can. We always can.
Yeah, maybe we can.
We can. We won't, but we can. No, I'm kidding. If you have a question for us, please find us on our socials. We're everywhere. 2 Michelle's, 2, the number 2 Michelle's, -1, the number 1 question. And find us anywhere. Ask us, please. We're on YouTube too. Please subscribe.
Yes, please like us.
Yes.
Comment.
Subscribe. Please send questions.
We'll be your friend. We make good friends, right?
We're pretty good friends.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're good friends.
I try.
Just stay off my lawn.
I'll buy you a bagel next time
Other
too.
than
Don't
that,
worry.
Yeah, that's unexpected.
Yeah, I won't. But thanks, you guys.